what self-esteem depends on is a true awareness of oneself. What are the problems, what are the reasons that one may not have a true awareness of oneself? Well, it's obvious. If looking at myself is going to lead me to discover some defects in my personality, I don't want to do that. Right? So there's this denial defense that we have, that I don't want to recognize certain faults in myself. Oh, I can easily recognize faults in other people, but I'm not quick to recognize faults in myself. Right? And if I do find something that might be a fault in myself, I use my intelligence to rationalize it, right? And to justify it. And we are great at rationalizations, right? So, one of the things that stand in the way of self-esteem is the fact that we don't want to recognize our personality defects, and if we don't recognize them, we can't do anything about them to correct them. Right? Now, some people may say, well, I'm always that way, that's the way I am. It's not the way I am, that's the way you've chosen to be. And some people will say, well, you don't understand, my father, my mother, my upbringing. I said, well, maybe you are what your father and mother made you. But if you stay that way, it's your own damn fault. We do have the capacity to change ourselves. We don't have to be prisoners of our past. Now, I know that in psychotherapy there's a great deal of emphasis on the past. And if you go see a psychologist or psychiatrist, he's going to want to know your past history, and I don't deny that that's important. But I do think that we ought to get off of the track of blaming our parents for what we are, because the psychology of blame is that if I can find someone to blame, then I don't have to do anything about it. It's his fault, it's her fault. Right? And that's why I think there's a mistake in looking for blame. Another thing is, I can't do anything about the past. Why focus on it? I have a beautiful little cartoon with the comic character Ziggy, and Ziggy goes up to see his guru in the Himalayas, and the guru says to him, now because your future is determined by your past, you must be very careful about what you do in the past. Right? So, yeah, I recognize there's some importance about the past, but I think we should pay much more attention to what kind of things can I do to make myself into a better person, to get a better understanding of myself, a better feeling of myself, a more cheerful and positive feeling that's going to enable me to be successful, and to be successful in many ways.